Stop thinking so much. I'm telling you, if anything you could do that could help you improve and become a more decisive person is to stop thinking so much. I'd be the first person to tell you, because I was the one that would think and think and think. And I'm telling you, the indecisiveness that I used to have, and I'm not saying that I've completely, gotten rid of that habit. Sometimes I do think a little bit more than I should, but I'm telling you, the greatest benefits that I have gotten from any situation when it comes to action, when it comes to doing something, is when I didn't think too much about it. Because I think in one of my past videos, I was talking about how in certain moments you have to make decisions that are going to help you in the future. Now, in that process of making that decision, there is the thoughts. And I watched a video once about someone that said that when it comes to putting action, right? Because people usually struggle with putting in the action towards their goals and the skills that they want to develop. What stops somebody from actually doing is the thought process in between the want and the end result. And for me, I used to be stuck in that process for a long time. Now, I play soccer. I like to call it football because I just think that's the right name for it. But I used to play soccer, and I still do. But I was the best, or I should say I was at my best when I wasn't thinking, when I was completely in flow state, when I was doing the action rather than thinking about how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, how am I going to shoot the ball, where am I going to pass. Then everything flowed, it flowed. And what I always noticed from the times I was in that zone was that I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking too much. I would have that thought of doing an action and I'd just do it, just like that. I wouldn't harp on, okay, so how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Okay, maybe I should do this. No, it all just simultaneously just flowed and it came. Another thing could be just, let's say you want to make YouTube videos and you've been thinking about making those videos, recording those audios, doing those voiceovers. This also has a bit of me in it because I went through this process as well. But you can think and think however long you want. But when you stop thinking and you actually do, that's when the action comes. And I've noticed it could happen with the biggest things in life and it can happen with the smallest things in life. Most of the things that end up having a good outcome is when you do without thinking, when you sometimes take that leap of faith. And to get there, you gotta stop thinking too much. Obviously, there's a balance to everything in life, so you don't want to go completely mindless, but you don't also want to be thinking too much about certain things. And the conclusion I've come to is that the less you think, sometimes the better the outcome. Just think back in your life, right? When you've done something when you were completely in the zone, when you were completely in your elements, how did that feel like? What was the state of you in that moment? I can guarantee that you weren't thinking too much. You were more so just flowing. You were going and you were, at your highest element. You were just in the zone. So stop thinking so much. Just do it and trust yourself. And for me as a Muslim, trust in Allah to really execute and guide you towards that end goal. So stop thinking so much. Let me know what you guys think about this perspective. It was something that was on my mind for the longest time, but it's an analysis, I would say, that I've come to. And I noticed that the less you think, the more you achieve sometimes. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me about your experiences in regards to this, and stay tuned for the next one. Subscribe, comment, stay tuned.